Hi guys, a very warm welcome to all of you in our YouTube channel Gurmantra Siksha Kagran. I'm your educator Saranya, and today we're going to understand some numericals in our numerical dose part 6. So, if you're not aware, already 5 parts of numerical dose have been completed, and you can find that in the playlist section. You can go to Gurmantra YouTube channel. There you can find the playlist. In the playlist, you will get GATE Biotechnology, that is GATE BT 2021, whichever language you are comfortable with, either in English or in Hindi, both are available. So you can go there and you can check in the playlist. All the videos are available from the first video till whatever is uploaded now. So you can find 5 numerical dose sessions already been completed. So if you have not seen those videos, you can go and check it because we are completing year-wise question papers. Okay, in numerical dose, previous year questions we are completing for bioprocess, chemical engineering, heat transfer, mass transfer, all those concepts we are covering. Okay, so you can find in the playlist section. So let's go to the class today about the numerical dose part 6. So this is our first question. In a chemostat, the feed flow rate and the culture volume are 100 ml per hour and 1 liter respectively. So the feed flow rate is given as 100 ml per hour. We want this in liter, okay? To maintain the equality, okay? Equality of all the units. So we are going to convert it into liter. So 100 ml is 0.1 liter. Next, volume is given as 1 liter. With glucose as a substrate, the value of mu max value and K's value is also given 0.2 per hour and 1 gram per liter. Now they are asking for a glucose concentration of 10 gram per liter in the feed. Okay, the effluent substrate concentration. They are asking you the substrate concentration. Okay, so you're going to use the formula D is equal to F by V. You know, dilution rate is equal to flow rate by volume. That is equal to mu max into substrate concentration by Ks plus substrate concentration. You have the value of F, feed flow rate, that is 0.1, volume 1, mu max is 0.2, S you have to find out, divided by Ks is 1 plus substrate concentration. If you solve this, you will get substrate concentration to be 1 gram per liter. Okay, substrate concentration to be 1 gram per liter. Always check the unit in which they're asking you the answer. They'll always give you in the question which unit you have to answer it. Based on that, you have to do the calculation. Mammalian cells in active growth phase were seeded at a density of 1 into 10 power 5 cells per ml. That is, initial cells were 1 into 10 power 5. That is N naught. N naught value is 1 into 10 power 5 cells per ml. After 72 hours, that is time is 72 hours, 1 into 10 power 6 cells per ml were obtained. That is final cells. That is NT. NT is 1 into 10 power 6 cells per ml. The population doubling time of the cells in hours. So they're asking you the doubling time. What is doubling time? Doubling time is given in the formula like here 0.693 by K or ln 2 by K. So first you have to find the value of K. K is equal to 1 by T ln of NT by N naught. Note down this formula, very important. Okay, whenever they ask you question regarding doubling time, okay, you're going to use the same formula where you will have to find the value of K. So K is nothing but 1 by T ln of NT by N naught. You know all the values in here. Okay, so K is equal to 1 by 72 ln of NT is 10 power 6, N naught is 10 power 5. If you solve this, you will get as 0.0319 per hour. Okay. Now, you're going to find out doubling time. Doubling time is equal to 0.693 by K. That is 0.693 divided by 0.0319. If you solve this, you'll get it as 21.7 hours. That is the doubling time of mammalian cells. Next question. Yeast converts glucose to ethanol and carbon dioxide by glycolysis as per the following reaction. The reaction gives you glucose gives ethanol plus carbon dioxide. Okay, assuming complete conversion has taken place. The amount of ethanol produced, they're asking you in grams. Okay, from 200 gram of glucose is very simple. We have done a question like this in the previous numerical dose. So the equation is glucose gives ethanol and carbon dioxide. You can see here 1 mole of glucose gives 2 moles of ethanol and 2 moles of carbon dioxide. In the question we are concerned only with glucose and ethanol. So let's not consider carbon dioxide here. So 1 mole of glucose gives you 2 moles of ethanol. So 1 mole of glucose means how many grams? 180 grams. I told you how to calculate this. You just have to calculate the molecular weight. Molecular weight. Okay. So 180 grams gives 2 grams of, 2 moles. 2 moles means 2 into molecular weight of this. Because you know the formula, moles is equal to weight by molecular weight. So if you want to find the weight, you're going to do moles into molecular weight. Okay, that is moles is 2 into molecular weight, that is 46. Here moles was 1, so 1 into 180, it's simply 180. So for 180 grams of glucose, you will get 92 grams of ethanol. So for 200 grams of glucose, what you'll get? You simply have to cross multiply. That is 92 into 200 divided by 180. You will get as 1 or 2 grams. Okay. So complete conversion of glucose to ethanol takes place. For 200 grams of glucose, you will get 1 or 2 grams of ethanol. Okay. Next question. At the end of a batch culture, glucose solution is added at a flow rate of 200 ml per hour. If the culture volume after 2 hours of glucose addition is 1000 ml, the initial culture volume they're asking you. Okay, they're asking the initial culture volume, that is V naught. So they've given you the flow rate, that is 200 ml per hour. They've given you the time 2 hours. They've given you the final volume 1000 ml. You're going to find the initial volume. So the formula is V is equal to V naught plus F into T. Final volume is equal to initial volume plus flow rate into time. So you're going to find V naught. Just rearrange the formula. V naught will be equal to V minus F into T. Put the values in the formula directly. V is 1000, F is 200 and time is 2. Simply put all the values in the formula and solve it. You will get 600 ml. So the initial volume for the culture will be 600 ml. Next question. First order deactivation rate constant for soluble and immobilized aminoglucoside enzyme are 0.03 per minute and 0.05 per minute respectively. The ratio of half-life of the immobilized enzyme to that of the soluble enzyme is. Okay, so they are asking you the half-life ratio. So half-life, you know, T half is equal to 0.693 by K. So here we are considering two things. One is soluble and immobilized amyloglucosidase enzyme. So T half of the soluble enzyme divided by T half of the immobilized enzyme. Okay, that you can rate as Ki by Si. Okay. In the question, they've asked you the ratio of immobilized by soluble. So what you're going to do, you're going to just invert it. That is Si by Ki. Okay, Si by Ki, you're going to invert it. Okay. So if you do that, you'll get it like this. Actually, this is not Si, this is Ks. Okay, here it is Ks. Ki by Ks. So if you're going to invert it, you will get Ks by Ki. You know the value of Ks, that is 0.03, and you know the value of Ki, that is 0.005. If you simply solve this, you will get the answer. That's all. You simply have to divide the value. Next question. Consider a simple unisubstrate enzyme that follows MM equation. when the enzyme catalyzed reaction was carried out in the presence of 10 nanomolar concentration of an inhibitor. So the inhibitor concentration is 10 nanomolar. There was no change in the Vmax. Okay, no change in Vmax. However, the slope of the Lineweaver-Burk plot increased 3 folds. Okay, slope of Lineweaver-Burk plot means what? What does the slope tell you? Km by Vmax. So if the slope is increasing, which means the Km value is high. So from this statement, we can find that Vmax is same, but Km is increasing. That too 3 times, 3 folds. So the dissociation constant of the enzyme inhibitor complexes. They're asking you the dissociation constant, that is Ki value they're asking. So Km apparent divided by Km is 3. Okay, threefold increase. So Km apparent will be equal to Km into 1 plus I by Ki. Km apparent by Km is equal to 1 plus I by Ki. Km apparent by Km, you know the value is 3. 1 plus I by Ki. Okay. So if you take this one, this side, you will get 2. 2 is equal to I by Ki. They've given you the value of I. You know the value of I, that is 10 nanomolar. So if you find value of Ki, that is I by 2, 10 nanomolar by 2, that you will get as 5 nanomolar. That is the value of Ki. Very simple. Okay. But you just have to know what steps to follow. Next question. A rod-shaped bacterium has a length of 2 micromolar. Okay, so the length is 2 micromolar, diameter is 1 micromolar, and the density is same as that of water. If protein constituent is 15% of the cell mass and the average protein mass is of 50 kilodalton, the number of proteins in the cell is, and 1 dalton is equal to 1.6 10 power minus 24 grams. So protein mass they have given as 50 kilodalton. This is basically what? A rod, that is a cylinder. We have to find the volume of a cylinder to find out how many constituents are present. Okay, so the volume of the rod is pi r square h or pi d square h by 4. So pi value is 3.14, d is 1, h is 2, h is nothing but the length divided by 4. If you solve this, you will get it as 1.57 into 10 power minus 18 meter cube. Why they are putting minus 18? Because micrometer cube, we are converting it into only meter cube. So 10 power minus 6 the whole cube. So 10 power minus 18. We know 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter. Okay, so you're going to do into 1000 here. That you'll get 1.57 into 10 power minus 15 liter to be the volume. So you know the volume. So we have to find the number of proteins. So number of protein will be equal to protein constituent into volume divided by mass of the protein. Okay, protein constituent is 15%, that is 0.15. Here the volume you can convert it into gram. So liter will be equal to gram, same value. So 1.57 10 power minus 5, it's not minus 5, it is minus 15. Okay, it is minus 15. I've written it wrong here, so just correct it. It's minus 15 divided by mass of the protein is 50. 50 is the mass of the protein. You want it in grams, so you're going to do multiply by 1 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 24. You will get the answer as this. 2.94 into 10 power 6 proteins are present. That is all for today, guys. This is our numerical dose part 6 over. I hope you can understand the concepts easily. In this way, you can know what formulas to use for which type of a question, because the model will be the same. Same kind of question you will get in the previous year question papers. All you can do is go to the previous year questions and search the models like this and solve it. Okay. So if you are a CSI net aspirant and are interested in taking an academy subscription for detailed paid classes, you can do that by following Neha Taneja ma'am. What you will get is daily live classes, structured courses, live tests and quizzes, unlimited access will be there. And this is the pricing scheme over here. If you want 10% off. You can use the referral code Neha. So like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel Gurmantra Shiksha Ka Granth. You can join our Telegram channel to get the regular updates of all the classes. You know our classes at 10 a.m. in Hindi and 10:30 a.m. in English. Join our Facebook page Gurmantra Shiksha Ka Granth. You can visit our website www.gurmantra.in. If you have any further queries, you can mail us on tanejanehaofficial@gmail.com. Also, you can contact us on 935128000. Thank you so much, guys, and have a nice day.